how to make hot women comfortable around you in 60 seconds. The secret is to build rapport. So if you feel like when you approach a girl, it's kind of an uphill battle and the girl doesn't necessarily want you to succeed and she's kind of making it hard for you and it's kind of a hostile environment and you feel like you're on Mars and you're not wearing a spacesuit, but only wearing a G-string, a leopard print banana hammock, it's because you don't know what's in this video. So strap in, learn a thing or two about how to build rapport properly with hot women so that you guys can feel like you're on the same page right off the bat and everything can go well. Okay, if you are serious about your dating life and you feel like you're getting value out of this video, I want you to go down to the description below, click the link. That will take you straight to our community. In the community, you will find the tools you need, accountability, support, expert guidance, and all the different, strategies that you need to create the dating life that you want, and finally start attracting super awesome quality girls. With that said, here's what we're talking about today. Number one, what is rapport? What is this rapport thing that you keep hearing about? Number two, how to set up the interaction properly to create rapport, to make girls feel like they're on the same page as you, and how to run your first minute of the interaction so that girls feel comfortable around you. Why should you listen to me? Well, I've been teaching dating for quite a while, and it's something that's incredibly fulfilling to me. And as a consequence, I guess, to that, or parallel to that, I have dated tons and tons and tons of women. And none of the above is even remotely possible without the ability to build rapport, without the ability to make people feel comfortable around you. Now, what is rapport? Here's the thing. Ever since we have existed, it's been very difficult to look a person in the eye that you don't know and calm down. This is because for the most time that we've existed as a species, a stranger was immediately a threat, stranger danger. It is only in the last 5,000 years that we've been living in cities, and when you see somebody you don't know, they're not trying to kill you. Because of that, it's honestly kind of weird and awkward to walk on the street if you're alone and there's a bunch of people there you don't know. If you go to a party and you're alone, it feels awkward. It's because of that very thing. We are designed evolutionarily to kind of be reluctant and standoffish with people we haven't met before. So it's a super useful ability to right off the bat just judo that situation into a relaxed mode where everybody feels on the same page. That is what rapport is. Rapport is an emotional state where there's no threat, no danger, and you feel like you're on the same page as the person across from you or next to you. So physiologically, what happens is that you feel calm and you don't feel nervous. So you have a relaxed pulse, a relaxed, relaxed muscles. Your muscles in the face and shoulder and body are not tense. And what else? Oh, and your breath is very chill. It's deep, slow, relaxed breathing. Physiologically, that's what it looks like if two people are in rapport. When you're chilling with an old friend, that's what your body does. Number two, on a psychological level, there is no persona, okay? Because of the threat component, when we meet somebody we don't know, oftentimes we want to create an illusion of pretending to be somebody we're not, giving information across in a way that makes us look a certain way. And when somebody establishes a rapport with us, when we feel comfortable around the other person, we tend to drop that. We tend to be ourselves. And obviously, you want women to not need to pretend to be somebody they're not around you. You want people to be authentic, okay? You want hot women to relax around you and feel like they can tell you anything. And finally, on a logical level, there is a mutual understanding. There is the general vibe that the guard is down and we tend to agree on a lot of things. And whatever the subject, it's very likely that you and I would agree on that. So all of that is what rapport actually is. So as I said before, achieving rapport is very foundational to everything else. Romantic relationships, sexual relationships, flirting, dating, even business relationships and all of that, even friendships, all of this necessitates rapport. Rapport is the premise. Okay. So how do we set up the interaction to achieve rapport, to make people feel comfortable around us? The first thing we're going to look at is the first impression. The first impression is a glance. The first impressions don't take 30 seconds or a minute. The first impression is just like an instant, okay? And we're going to divide it into two things. Number one, how easily you attract others' attention, the girl's attention. And number two, what happens with that attention once you have it, like how she feels about it. Number one, how easily you attract her attention. Well, first of all, like there's some girls whose radar is on, some girls whose radar is off, and there's nothing you can do about that. But there are other factors that you can use to attract attention to you without trying to like get it really hard. The visual I want you here to kind of like get is this. Imagine a kid yanking on his mom's apron while she's busy versus like to get her attention, right? Versus a celebrity walking the street getting everybody's attention without even trying. If you get a girl's attention without even trying, that is so significant. Like she noticed you. Do you understand how important that is? Okay, so how are we gonna do that? Number one, your build. Obviously, taller dudes get more attention. And obviously, heavier dudes get more attention. One of the two you can absolutely fucking influence, and that's your weight. Okay, if you weigh a lot, if you're very thin, that's not a lot of attention. If you're heavy, like fat, that's definitely more attention than being thin. That's like, at least fat gives the illusion that, you know, I can protect you, right? But if you're actually built, if you're muscular, that's a lot more attention. So this is something you can definitely work on. Okay. Number two, dress, how you dress. What you put on, the accessories you put on, the clothes you put on, they broadcast a certain message. It's like the first impact of what the other person kind of like perceives of you, what tribe you're a member of. People that belong to the same tribe as us, we tend to notice them a lot earlier. So if a girl feels like a kind of like a biker, bad girl type of vibe, if you dress the same way in leather jackets and like tattoos and piercings, she will notice you first. It is impossible she's not going to notice you because she's looking for that guy, okay? So, yeah, avatar signaling. Okay, what you're broadcasting with how you appear. Number three, your movements. How you move your body, dude. It is... This tells everything about you. Masculinity stems on how you move. And that means your posture, how upright you stand, how tall you stand. It means how controlled and slow your movements are. If you walk through a space, how slowly you walk. Are you feeling yourself while you do it? People that are slow and controlled, we tend to not notice them a lot more. And finally, other people's attention. So if you walk through a space, do you make a lot of heads turn? Because if you're on the street, bro, and somebody looks up, you will see that like everybody starts to look up. Because our attention goes where everybody's attention goes. That's why the celebrity effect is so profound and prevalent. Okay. Now, with all that said, when that happens, when you catch her attention very easily instead of trying to get it, what happens? What is the impact that she feels? Like, does she feel like it means a lot to you that you have her attention? Or does she feel like you could take it or leave it? So if you can walk away, you're the one with the power in the negotiation. So if you don't give her as much attention back, that signals to her that, okay, this is a cool guy. And at the same time, if you really give a girl a lot of attention, that might even make her insecure, standoffish, and kind of like, just like when we have the spotlight on us, it doesn't make us feel very comfortable. And all of this is about making girls feel comfortable. So just be casual with your attention. It's all cool. You can like talk to her over the shoulder. You can talk to her while you're doing something else. Maybe you're drinking some water. Maybe you're chilling. Okay. So all of this belongs to the first impression. Now, what we do past that in the first 60 seconds is also kind of important. Number one, I want you to relax. Look for tension everywhere in your body. Look for tension in your face. Do it now. How do your face muscles feel? Try to relax all of your facial muscles right now. Like this. Okay, don't look like a fucking idiot, but like, notice when you're like angry, how your eyebrows kind of like come together. All of this is kind of important. Okay, so body muscles, face muscles, that is something that you can definitely start relaxing by noticing that. You can do that by meditating and, doing mindfulness meditation. It really helps with that. Like, really helps bring all these experiences to the surface, because you might have tense muscles, but you might not be noticing it. And the more you meditate, the more you start noticing the tension, okay, and releasing it when you have to. And we'll see in a second why that's so important. And the other thing about relaxing is box breathing. Navy SEALs do that, and it's just simply 3 seconds of breath in, 3 seconds of holding, 3 seconds of breathing out, 3 seconds of holding, and then going back around the circle again. If you do that a couple of times, you'll find that you're able to calm your nervous system down. So relaxing is super duper important. Second, touching style, how you touch the girl. I want you to touch the girl like a friend. You can touch her right off the bat. If your touch is non-threatening and non-sexual and just friendly and, relaxed and normal. The way to do that is to not be afraid to touch. If you're afraid and you're, in with one foot, out with the other, wishy-washy about it, and there is no inertia and weight in your touch, she will feel it and it's going to be inauthentic and not cool. And this is not the touch you want to initiate. But if you touch her in zones that are not non-threatening, like her shoulder or her hand, these are things that can definitely contribute to people and hot girls feeling at ease around you. Okay. Number 3, smile. A genuine smile where the eyes are smiling with it is definitely a signal that puts you at ease, that makes you feel a lot more comfortable around somebody. You signal, I'm not the threat. And number 4, the law of emotional state transference. When you're leading somebody, when you're leading an interaction, the person that follows you tends to get the emotional state that you have. So if you're leading with anger, people tend to get angry as well. If you're leading with like great vibes, people tend to assume those vibes as well. Okay, so you transfer your emotional state. So if you're relaxed, okay, if you are smiling, if you're friendly and touching in a friendly, normal way, all of this, the calm down the nerves and there's no threat, all of this gets channeled across the other person and they tend to assume that same vibe, that same energy. And finally, last but not least, law of authenticity. Again, if you try to maintain a persona, people are going to see through that and you're going to make people standoffish. So the way to do that is to have, first of all, the way that you approach a woman, you should have an aura of curiosity and excitement about it. Not an aura of like, I'm after some kind of goal or I'm needy. So if you are like that, and if you authentically believe that you're here to figure out who she is, that's definitely going to help, okay? And finally, if you portray who you are, but you could take it or leave it, and not being afraid of losing her, that's authentic. That's the key to be who you are. And if you can be who you are in her presence, that will help her be who she is in yours. Okay, with that said, I hope you understood all these nuances. And if you found value in this video, go grab the link, go to the community, and I'll see you there. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. So, peace.